Hey there, lads and lasses. This here, of course, is Thunderhead64, coming at you live from the west coast of the United States. Here on a Wednesday, it is a little past noontime. That can only mean that it's time for some Baby Zombie Rush. Beta. Let me move this away from my face a little bit so I'm not peeking. Check 1, 2. There we are in the Amber Zone. I'd like to kick things off by welcoming in the real foolish Sage himself. Welcome on in, Sage. We were just withoting on the Buffooncraft server together. And wow! Raid right away! The mighty, the one and only Cyclopsalops, accompanied by G Panda. Welcome on in, Raiders. Psych, thanks for the raid, buddy. You guys can see the viewers, friends, you can see the auto shoutouts for both Real Foolish Sage, Fellow Buffoon, and Cyclopsalops. Please go check them out when you get a chance. Making a couple of minor adjustments here. There he is. Okay. I gotta head to bed and good luck with Minecraft. Yes, okay, G Panda. Always appreciate you stopping in. Have a good night's rest. Because they're over there on the continent, so Of course, I was on the road throughout Sykes' stream. Syke, if you're still there, what were you streaming? Eh? This isn't our test world. This is the world that Kachi and I were on. What happened to test world? GeoGuessr and then Minecraft. For some reason, my PC is weird today. Yeah, mine is too. I've got the wrong map set up here, even though I set it for the creative test world. Let me see what's going on with that. I did clean up on my PC software, and now everything is weird. I mean, I laugh sympathetically. Yes. Let's see what's going on with the. I did set up the test world before I started up the stream, so it should be all set here. Let me take a look here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, it does say test world. All right, we're good there. What else do I want to check? Oh, I know what I can do. Let's make sure that the test world map is loaded up there and I have the name correct. Sometimes I put the date after the world name on it in which it was created, and I have to make certain I didn't do that here. And of course, you guys can't see this. I'm on another display, but just let me check this out. Connecting to the server. Okay, there it is, test world. For some reason, it did not change the map. All right. All right. Yeah, everything's there. It should load. All right. So I'm going to shut down the server. Let me see, there are no typos. Yep. Test world, that should do it. Okay, server's shut down, so I did restart it. So it should have loaded that map. And I mean, I can see the test world up there on the server's file list, so I know it's there. So when you cleaned up your PC, it's like, did you do updates on it? And it may have changed quite a few settings. Because we've all been there. Welcome to Technical Difficulties stream. For the streamer and the viewer. Let me see. Should be okay. I'm going to leave that up. I know you guys still can't see this. I'm just setting things up here. We should be in the test world. Okay, yeah, everything's looking good. Fire, all right. Why? Okay. So this is not my creative test world. This is the world that Kachi and I were playing on when we were testing out the... This is not named Test World. Kachi and I were checking out the 1.21.4 update. And so we loaded a random world onto the server. In order to play a new map with the new update. And so we loaded this world on here, and we were going about our shenanigans and whatnot. And yeah. But this world, I just named this world after the date. So I don't understand why this is loading when excuse me. On the Shockbite server, you just shut down the server for a moment, and then you just switch maps. You type in the name of the map, and then you restart it, and that map should be loaded. That's the way I've been doing it for 5 years now, and really about 4. And yeah, this is the first time this has ever happened. So I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, you know, there are no typos. And the map here is named exactly as I have it. Otherwise, let me switch back to the camp scene. All right. All right. Okay, I guess we're starting off the stream. Oh, I know what's happening. I got it. Technically, I haven't loaded my test world on, and I'm not even looking to load test world on. My brain just went back like about 3 years ago when Baby Zombie Rush was in alpha and it was on the test world. Baby Zombie Rush is in beta, and it has its own world called BZR World. And that's what we need to load. Okay. Hey, I don't mind being wrong and having screwed up, just as long as I know what I did and I can fix it. Which appears to be the... If I could just get the server to stop, please, server. It's taking an awfully long time for the server to stop. Come on, Shockbite. Don't do me dirty here. I just need to stop the server. Please. Please. Please stop the server. Server to stop, please. All right. All right. Let's do this. All right, looking good. Start things up. Yeah, I actually haven't updated the creative test world yet, because I'm not really certain how to go about that. All right, the server is not starting. Okay, there we go. All right, BZR World. Let's get over to here. Let's jump on up, and when I get it loaded, I'll switch the screen over. There we go. This is where I want to be. Right here. Yay! We are about a little over 15 minutes into the stream. And now we can begin. Fuck. With last we left off. I always like to go over to the progress board here. Just to bring everybody up to speed, because we do this every other week. And so that's 2 weeks in between each Baby Zombie Rush stream. And so we need to recap. So we had built the entrance to our game. We put in a secret door feature. So these are all dead end features, right? When a player is running through the maze and they hit a dead end, right? The dead end does something, right? So the first dead end feature we installed was the secret door. You press the button, the wall opens up, you can proceed through. Maybe some baby zombies who are chasing you will also proceed through. And then it'll close up behind you, right? So we have that. Arrow dispensing, detrimental. So we have another dead end where you press a button and the wall will part, exposing some dispensers that will shoot arrows that are not good to the player. They have harm potion on them. But they're good for the baby zombies, right? It makes the baby zombies stronger. And then we have its inverse right here. We have the arrow dispensing, which is beneficial. Well, it's not exactly its inverse. It's just its opposite. Effect-wise, same feature. You press a button, wall partition opens up, revealing some dispensers. They shoot arrows of healing, which are good for the player, bad for the baby zombies. And then we had another dispenser kind of thing where we... oh, not yet. The baby zombie spawner at the entrance we put in. So when the player starts, they're ready to start. The host, myself, can hit the button and it'll spawn in the baby zombies that will be pursuing them. That needed to happen at the entrance. That was put in. Dead end baby zombie spawner. So this feature, the player gets to the dead end, again, pushes the inconspicuous looking or innocent enough looking button. Partition of the wall opens up and baby zombies come spilling out. That would be detrimental. Then we started putting in our drop features. We have the TNT drop trap. Player comes to a dead end, hits the button, floor opens up, player falls through into a chamber with TNT. TNT goes off. Detrimental. And then we have the lava drop trap. Same kind of feature. Player hits the button, floor opens up, player falls in, lava. Again, detrimental. And what we had worked on since was the tunnel drop, which is kind of benign. It's not really detrimental, nor is it really beneficial. What happens is Thunder tries to find it in the map. Is it over here? It's probably easier just going down through the floor and tracing it. Yeah, I think it's over here. I think it's over here to be exact. Here we go. Zombie summon. No, this is a baby zombie trap. Oh no, that's not good. But I'm in creative, so I'm okay. And those little guys should despawn. So I'm in the wrong area. That's the baby zombie dead end. That's not the one for which I was looking. Let me see. The trap opens up there. That's not it. That's not it. So it must be further down here. Yeah, it must be here. Must be here. That's better. Yeah. And so the player proceeds along this tunnel, which is really hard to see. But that's why I put the pieces of Blackstone in here. So the player has some sort of chance of... This is so hard to see. Now, mind you, you may be being pursued by baby zombies. So finding your way through the dark here in a panic is going to be hard. The black tunnel will twist and turn roughly in this kind of a way. And it's quite long. The player comes through here. This will be closed and stuff, so we need to fix that. And then we need to be ejected upward. And I thought that I would use the wind bursts for that to launch the player up. This is not how to do that with the wind bursts. So we do need a little bit of experimentation. I did remember how this worked. I saw it in the video the other day. And I remember Cubfan building this on Hermitcraft. And I think the way that this works is something like this. And I think this must be a dispenser. Please. There. Okay, and then I think you install a pressure plate here. Like this. And then I think you load these up. I think, I'm not going to say very soon, but eventually I'm going to need this in Buffooncraft. So this is the kind of thing here. You do this, and it launches you up. All right, we need to see how much fall damage we're going to take for that. You know what? I think with the wind burst, I don't think you take fall damage. Oh dear. No, we're definitely taking damage. No, we don't. Okay, that's good. That's good because it's also silly and funny. And I'm also thinking the player might get a momentary view of the entire map. Yeah, they might get a momentary view of that, which I don't know. Probably not a bad thing. The other thing is we can lower this launcher down here. And we can lower the launcher in such a way. Oh boy. I had only ever done 2 air charges. 4 is wild. I may not use 4. So we'll see what happens. But I imagine the more that you have, the higher it launches you. Sage, I'm thinking. Like, oh yeah, I'm not in the right. There we go. So maybe if I only have 2. Okay, that's good. Thank you, sir. 4 definitely went higher than 2. Yeah, okay, I got it. So this is good. Now, what I need to do now is to see if there's a way that I can do that and have the entrance and have it still launch me. Good, it does. Nice. Because this solves a problem. right? So I can do... And I can do something like this underneath, right? And so the player will go over here, activate the pressure plate, which will open the doors above when the player runs into here, launches them up, and then out they go. Yeah, if you take out the other solid block, you can do a long jump if you run through. Nice. That's precisely what I want. Now here's something I want to check. What happens? What happens if I do that? I set up a test for that in my own creative world. Thank you, sir. What if I do this? Perfect! This is exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want, people. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't need this, but that's an interesting thing to know. You guys know what I'm going after here, right? Player runs under like this. And then I'm thinking those give them a push forward. Now, I know you're thinking they're going to run through anyway, but they might not know to do that. Because I... those would have to be blobs in order to work. Maybe... All right, this must be powering the block under it, not next to it. All right. But one could do something like, and this is probably totally unnecessary. I'm just spamming redstone at this point. And I know this is insane. I know there's probably better ways to do this, but I'm just thinking. I like how if you don't get it right, it just blows you sideways. That's actually pretty funny. But these, of course, will have the walls of the chamber like this. Now, I'm not sure how high I'm going to go with those yet, but just if they overrun. See, I needed to bring them out just enough to clear the hole. And what I was going to do is bring the redstone a little further around. Like this, but I may not have to do this now. Now, I should probably use a repeater on this. I get it, but... Are these ones firing, and do they even make a difference at all? Oh, one way we can find out is running backwards. I don't think that these are firing. It's probably because I need a repeater here, but I don't know. I think these would work. No, they're firing all right. They're just not really doing anything. Yeah, I don't think they're very beneficial. I think it's better to just do the sage thing and just have them run through. It goes down. If it goes down, they are firing. Yeah. See, I wanted to avoid having that happen. So I wanted pretty much a guarantee. Yeah, let's get that out of there. I wanted a guarantee that those would fire and they would get launched forward. I think that's good enough, right? You have given me a fantastic / terrible idea. Those are the best ones. I think that's good, right? I mean... Sometimes, though, this one doesn't... See? I don't know what's going on there. Oh, wait. I think I see. You have to step on both of them at the exact same time. Of course. Yep. But that's easy enough to do. The reason why I want them 2x2 is just because the hole is 2x2, right? Also, if baby zombies are running after you, I would like to also give the chance for some of the baby zombies that might be around you to also be catapulted upward. I only used a 1 gap in my test, but it makes sense if you wanted. Well, it sort of does, but it sort of doesn't. You know, if I have a 2 wide gap and I just have one of these on one side. Yeah, baby zombies also get catapulted, which... So do chickens. They don't fly as high as villagers. We got to see this. What would baby zombies not see? What would make them try to pursue me? Maybe I could put a fence gate here, right? Or... Oh, that's right. I need to do... I hate being stupid sometimes. It makes things hard, you know? I'm just saying. Calm down, please. Please. Actually, I need that right about there. It's going to be a tough stream today, you guys. Cognition is not... Oh, wow. He's got chainmail. Let's do this. Okay, but they have to be running forward, so I think I know what to do. Oh, yeah. First of all, I have to not die. There. Okay, you just settle down. Oh, look, he's not burning in the sun because he's got a little chainmail armor. Okay, baby died in the sun. Let's do this. Mum. Oh, hold on. Is that going to be close enough to do that? Yes! Nice. Sometimes I forget I know how to do redstone. Sometimes I forget that. So, baby zombie, when he comes through, it should open these. But, you know, I want them to already be open. Yeah. All right, we'll do this. Let's start them back through here. So they can get a running start. All right. Let's do this. What did I do with that? Right here. Oh, I didn't like that. So maybe he was standing on this? Burn, baby, burn. A little disco inferno going on right there. Wow, baby's taking a long time to buy the farm. Look at that. There he goes. I might have tested some things. Nice. Now, I expected him to set the... Ah, there he goes. Okay. I didn't really send the mobs up as much as it may... I expected him to send the mobs up a little... Again, we're not getting both of them firing at the same time. So let's do that. I think I know what to do about that. You mean that one? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Let's see. What would I do here? I could put a couple of observers here. I could do this with observers. I mean, it's kind of janky, but my brain is not working well today at all, so... For example... Okay... Again, this is a super jank way of doing this. I'm sure there's a much easier way. And I'll probably think about it. It'll probably occur to me after the stream when it doesn't matter. Now, deflecting off of this end wall also helps a little bit, I'm thinking. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. And in fact, if we wanted to go higher, I'm just saying. Because you've seen the long stairway I have going up there. Oh boy, my idea worked. I want to see. This is super jank. So just bear with me now. I'm thinking, let me see, these could observe those, but they're at 90s. Could have these observing that, but it's at a 90. I could just simply do, and this is kind of jank. This is jank on top of jank. This is jank squared. I think I could do that. Place, hands, place. I feel jank has an exponential curve. With me, definitely. I like that. I like the length or the distance at which that. And I like how the player has a couple of tries to get it right. And no matter which one we land on. Yeah. So I had better leave the doorway at the top open for quite a long time. With the asymptote being the thing that you want to achieve. Then you would want logarithmic. Which is the inverse of exponential, right? So I'm just thinking the asymptote is here, right? It's beneath, it's above, so you never achieve the thing you want. Unless it was negatively exponential, and then it would go curve downward closer and closer. Yes? Not for exponential. Exponential x-axis. Or depending on the value of c you add to it. Yeah. Logarithmic, though, it is the vertical line. Yeah. I think you're thinking logarithmic. That's going to do the thing. I think that's going to do it, Sage. Thank you for helping me out with this, man. This is cool. I did want to see the baby zombies go flying, though. And that might be enough to send them over. That might be enough. Zombie! Let's see if this will do it. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. Come and get me, baby. Okay. I'm thinking maybe because... Maybe because he's short, he could fit through the gap. If he wasn't... If he wasn't that short... Okay. I just want to see a baby zombie go flying through the air. That's all I'm trying... Fly, baby, fly. That's what I'm trying to see. Oh, good. Look, his ba is on top of there. All right, calm down. Calm down. Just burn in the sun, please. Burn in the sun. All right. I'll take my stuff back. Thank you very much. All right, what if, and I'm just spitballing here, what if I did something... Something like this. Can you see me, baby? Here he comes. Whoa! He went flying the wrong way, but... I definitely enjoyed that. What about you, Zomboid? Hey, hello. They keep going that way for some reason. I don't know why they go in the opposite direction. Yes, baby zombie did get launched at my face. Yes. How am I doing for time? I still got 5 more minutes before break. And then I'm thinking, what if now? Right? Again, this is kind of janky for Redstone. I know. I'll figure out something better for it. Or maybe not. Sometimes it's like, if the jank works, embrace the jank. Set aside your pride and just do the thing that works. All right, this observer needs to observe something. I think I'm just going to do the same thing as I did here, but on the opposite side. Right? Wait a minute. Have these even been firing? Yeah, because I have observers observing observers. Yes, we're good. And these are upside down. No, they're not. I see, says the blind man. I don't need another set of these. I need another set of these. That's easy enough to do, I think. I would like it to fire all together, though. And I like the rails because the rails are fast. But see, if I put rails next to each other like this, they're not going to fire. If I use redstone dust here, then there's going to be a bit of a delay, which isn't the end of the world, but the less delay we have, the better. Hawk. Sage, I was thinking you should do one of these kind of streams. Definitely. I think you should, man. I mean, I could do redstone lamps. Because if I step on any one of these, it should light all of them. Hawk. Yeah, it doesn't light all of them, though. I'm thinking sometimes they light the adjacent. I think it does. Hold on. That's what I want. What I want. Okay, that's good. It works. Oh, and you know what? It also works on this because this will observe those. Yeah, nice. I like it. Okay. I like it when I stumble upon a solution accidentally. He's not supposed to be able to do that. He's not smart enough. Yeah, right, I'm not. And it still happens anyway, which is funny. Again, you could do observers, observing observers. You could do that. Observers are so awesome. All of these should be firing now. So whenever I step on any one of them, all four of these should fire. I like that. I like that. And there's still like a little bit of randomness in there if you don't get them just right. Yeah, see, that's guaranteed. That's a guaranteed launch right there. That's what I like about it. Now, I am getting a double fire off of there because the observer observed one change of state of the lamp from off to on, and it sends a pulse, but then it sees it go from on to off and sends a second pulse. So it gets a double pulse, But here I think a double pulse is a good thing. So, all right, I am going to break for 3 minutes here to run some ads. And then when we return, we'll try once more to launch some baby zombies and see how that works. And you know what? Let's do this. Just so we can better see what's going on. Right? We can see that. We'll set them in there. We'll do the survival mode. They'll run in here and hopefully get launched into the air. Okay. I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads. I'll be back shortly. Hey there, welcome back. I should be in standing mode. There we go. Right about there. Okay. Let us resume launching baby zombies and ourself into the air. Let's switch back over to display. Don't know why I logged out. We're in creative mode. We should be fine. There we go. Right up to here, like this. Let's get over to here like this. We will get in here like this. Whoa! That's what I want to see! He burned in the air. Here, baby. That's what I want to see. Now, I'm thinking I would like to see them get launched forward a little bit more. But for the most part, this is fine. You know what I need to do here? Focus. Under focus. There. Like this. Please. Please. Okay. So this is what I need. And this kind of a thing. Right here. Yeah, I need this. So, and we might have to change some things now to accommodate our newly discovered gameplay. Because I'm thinking that launcher might be able to clear us up to this level. I'm thinking it might be able to do it. So let's leave the door mechanism in place. And I tell you, Charlie, I got an angle. What angle? Him. Oh, yeah. And, you know, usually I carry some of this, or I take a hit of this so you guys can see what's going on down here. There we go. That's a little better. I'm going to keep the trigger here for the door for now. let me show you of what I'm thinking. Now I think I had these 3 blocks tall. Like this, I think. Right, let's go over to the other tunnel. Sun. Yeah, 3 blocks tall, and that's plenty. Now, what would happen is these 2 pressure plates here let me see. Let's make this come out a little bit more. This may not be the final configuration of this. There might be some redstone here that's going to cover up some of this stuff. So we might get this kind of a thing where they run across here. This would activate the redstone. Really? This would activate the redstone. Now, in the dark, before this opens up, this is going to be very hard to see. I'm thinking they will just run ahead. They might not even be able to see this. And they'll just run ahead and drop down in. But they'll drop down on the pressure plates and it will fire and bring them up. The thing is, how high up will it bring them through to there? And I think it will. Like this. And I'm going to leave this here for right now. Something like that, just for now. So they'll come running through here. Come running through here. Now remember, you can see better because of the night potion, right? But again, here's where the launcher will be down here. And hopefully they won't be able to see that until they fall into it. I might make it 1 level lower. I mean, if they do see it, fine, and they recognize it as a way out, that's okay. We're going to need some access down here. We're going to need, what did I have? 4 observers looking up. I mean, seeing those baby zombies getting launched into the air was priceless. Worth the price of admission, if you ask yours truly. Okay, we'll do this as an access hole so we can work. There we go. So we can keep doing this so we can actually get some work done. All right, so this will look like this. We'll have 4 pressure plates on it, and they will be of the black zone, polished black stone variety, like this. All right, that's not so bad. All right, now we need dispensers. And since we have this situation now, we might even be able to get away with doing that. I just want to make sure that they easily clear this, and they have time to go, oh no, and then maybe push W a little bit, and maybe it'll help their flight path somewhat. If we have to, we might have an extra charge right here just to give them a little forward momentum, but I think we'll be okay. Wow, it is so hard to see through here. Here we go. I still have the night vision potion on, and it's still hard to see it. Okay, so now we can set what? Our redstone lamps. We're gonna run out of potion here soon. Thinking we do something like this. Take another belt of this. Here we go. Okay, what was I doing here? I think I was. This was an observer observing observers situation, right? I had the lamps here, the observers looking at those, and then these observers looking at these. Right. So lamps. Like this. Let's clear out some more space. Gravel. The gravelly bits. Yeah, okay, they're not observing those observers. They're observing the lamps. That was the point. And then we needed observers observing these, which might be a little hard to do like that. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Sorry, I just had to check messages, make sure Kachi's all right. Of course he is. Let's just make a little room down here so we can work easily. Because I think we're going to be doing some tweaking here. Because we have 8 dispensers full of wind chargers, and that might be way too much. But I'm thinking some are gonna fire, some won't, and stuff like that. So, plus I want to be able to get the baby zombies in there too. So, I think that'll do it. Right. Now we just need to load these up. Did I, hello? No, I'm good. I forgot how to play the game there for a moment. It happens. Looking good. Let's see what happens. I'm excited to try this out. All right, so I'm running into here. That would open those, and then the player would fall down into here. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. The player landing on top of the maze. That's a problem. I hadn't thought of that. Yep, too much power. Like, that would be fine. That would not be fine, because the player can do that. I don't want the player landing on top of the walls. Okay. So we are covering the maze in lava. Yes. Lava skies. Skies of lava. Okay, so Lone Star. We need a sky of lava. I say Lone Star because that's his build style. But you know, we can just eliminate like, see, that would be perfect. The tops of the walls with lava held back with signs. Anyone who gets on the wall will burn. I say we take out 4 of these. I think we should do without 4 of these. Let's see where that brings us. We'll remove the observers beneath them later. Oh, good. Our potion's about to run out, too. See? Even with the top open, right? Remember, that's open up to the sky right now. So even with the top open, this is near impossible to see. And then they'll fall down. You know what? I think I like that. But I'm going to try to put 2 more in there. Because I'm thinking... Hold on. I want to make sure that my creative mode flying isn't... That's pretty good. I like this. I don't like that. Right. The height of that was pretty good. Hello, Mushies. Where am I? I think I'm over here, right? There we go. We have 27 minutes left to the stream. I think we have plenty of time to work this out. I don't know. I think that's... I can't help but feel that's almost enough. Let's see what adding 2 more does. I thought I was in creative mode. Okay, thank you. All right, calm down. All right, that's 6. Just cleaning things up here. We will do that. Oh, you know what? We have this one. We also need, for testing purposes. There we go. Good. All right, let's see how this does. That's pretty good. I still feel they could get on top of the wall with that. The funniest thing would be, like, if you look like you could almost get on top of the wall with it. That would be the best. Yeah, that's too much. That's way too much. All right. I feel this was the better configuration. I like that. I don't like dying, but I do like that. All right, this actually, even though it causes some problems, it solves some other problems. One thing I didn't like, I mean, it wasn't like a deal breaker. It would have been okay, but I didn't like having the stairs coming up and then something like that. I didn't like that. So it's cool that now we have some way that we don't have to do that. I like that a lot. Now, again, I put these in the tunnels because it provides a little bit of guidance, just a tiny bit. But after this, I don't know. Maybe I should put in one more just to show that you need to go this way. And then like nothing after that. That's what I want to... because then the player goes like this. And the thing I like is... Yeah, I like that a lot because it's still not obvious when you're looking down there that... Yeah, I mean, I didn't even see the dispensers, and I was actively looking for them. Okay, this is great. I am very satisfied. I am very satisfied. I may have mentioned that. Actually, I need to keep this open for right now. Yeah, so we have some place in which we can work. All right, and down here, it doesn't matter if I leave that open down here. Nobody's going to be down here except me, hopefully. So this is good. This is very good. Yeah, see, when I plummeted off the ledge here and down into this, I didn't even see any of this stuff. I was still looking ahead, and I was even trying to look down, but... All right, so we have two things that we need to do now, two more things, and then this will be finished. We need to connect up either end here with a tunnel. That's the easy part. And then we need to finish the redstone here to trigger, when we step on the pressure plates, it'll trigger these buses to trigger the doors and open them. And then that needs to be, I feel it needs to be on a timer. It needs to stay open for a certain amount of time and then needs to close. I feel a comparator clock for those. Because one of the things I'm thinking of is What if the player doesn't make it out of there and the doors close and the player's trapped? I'm thinking if what the player might try to do well, if the door's closed and the player's trapped in here, they're going to hit up against the top and come down several times. I think they're just going to die. I think they will. Here we go. Now that would activate the doors and open them up. Wow. Now chances are they won't be at full health. But this is cool. How? Oh, good. Look, see, I got launched back into the tunnel again. Oh, so there is a chance that they can do that. Good. Yeah, there's a chance that they can get back into the tunnel, cross the pressure plates again to open this up again. Good. I like that. I like that. When the doors close, you release more baby zombies. That... Now, I am debating with myself, and I will bring you, the viewers, into my debate. Excuse me. Excuse me, I coughed right into the mic there. I had to kill some ears. Adventure mode. Now, I am debating. Look, what if the player is still being pursued by some baby zombies? They get down into here. There may be a couple of baby zombies behind them. They're running. They're going to juke the baby zombies. Hopefully. They may die in transit here. But suppose they do get to here. And they get through the tunnel. And then suppose they do make it up and out of here. So, and suppose the baby zombies don't. So the player gets a brief respite from the baby zombies. At various points throughout the game, there will be 1 or 2 points in which baby zombies will need to be replenished. So far, we have 2. We have the baby zombie dead end trap, where the player pushes the button, the panel opens, and baby zombies come out. We saw that earlier. That's one way that they get replenished. Another way is when they go to the central chamber, which we haven't built in the beta world yet. But the central chamber, after the clock counts down, You may recall we have baby zombie chicken jockeys descend from the skies. So we do have that happening. So we do have 2 ways to replenish baby zombies. But those 2 ways aren't necessarily guaranteed. The player may not activate that dead end. The player may also not find the central, I say central room, but we'll say the open area. That's what I'll call it. The player may not find the open area. Little old Dizela, welcome in. So we may have to consider another way, maybe a 3rd way or so to replenish the baby zombie supply. But I don't mind having the player escape from something like this and then proceeding through the maze with a slight break in the baby zombie pursuit. Slight. It would be funny for the player to get probably like right about here and have baby zombies reappear. Or right about here and have baby zombies reappear. Like just when you thought it was safe. Ooh, I escaped. Oh, I get to proceed. Oh my God. And they're back, right? So there is that. Are you going to invite players into Generations to play this game when it's finished? Yes. In fact, Kumakuwa will be the first one to try it. He's reserved the first spot. He would be the guinea pig, the guinea Potu, which is actually kind of funny. And a little bit racist, but unintentionally. But yeah, so Baby Zombie Rush streams when this is finished will feature test runs. No, not test runs. We'll actually feature guests. So guests will be invited onto the server. That'll be the stream, the run in itself. And then in between guests is when we will work and modify and make other mazes. So this is configuration 1. And again, there'll be two more copies of configuration 1. That way the player gets 3 chances to run the maze and I don't have to reset the maze each time. And so you'll have the 3 copies of configuration 1. And then over yonder, somewhere over there, we will make a second configuration, which will be similar. But some of the features will be slightly different. The maze will certainly be different. But it'll be the same size. But it'll be different. Some of the features will be different. The palette will be different. And that way we're not constantly having to change and update the maze itself. And we will have it so if we have reoccurring guests, we will put them in a different configuration each time. So they don't, I think it would be really difficult to memorize this, but folks are clever, man. Especially the folks who are going to be invited on as guests here. And there are some really clever folks. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's the plan. All right, one easy thing we can do in the time remaining. I have 9 minutes left of the stream. I think we can start plotting out. But it depends, Sage. It depends. Cleverness is subjective. Since I'm the host, I decide who comes on and who does not. Let's make this wrap around so we have a little bit of room here for the redstone. So I'm going to bring this out so we can start laying out the path. And we'll just start laying out the path with the black concrete. And I want to put some twists and turns in it, but I don't want the player to be down here forever, number one. And number two, along the way, I wouldn't mind having the player activating some things like regeneration potion, maybe. Have some food drop, right? Some things like that. So let me take a look at this. Okay, yeah, we're good. I just want to leave plenty of room for redstone here. So I want to put some twists and turns in it, but I also want to make some just good old straight runs. You know, so it's not... Again, I have to remind myself, you know, Thunder, you can't make it impossible for the players. You got to give them a chance. So I would die standing at the entrance. Bad gamer. I'm not... I expect I won't be able to be proficient at my own game at all, which is probably not a surprise. I feel the suspicious stew is the correct food to drop, even though the food might be... Sage, that is priceless. That is priceless. That is really good. I don't think I would drop it here in this tunnel because, again, I need to give the player a chance here. So I need something beneficial in here because I'm thinking that their health is going to be low and they might not survive being launched into the air with the wind charges. So I need them, I would like them to be at full health before they hit that. More in general, trust nothing. But yeah, there needs to be a point in the maze somewhere where suspicious stew drops and you're like, should I try this or not? And that's why I do this stream, people. And that's why backseating is allowed. Just for that reason. Thank you, sir. I will definitely be using that in some way or another in here. Maybe when we get to the open area, that might be something to consider. Trust nothing. That's the idea. All right, the idea of these orange sand piles here. Red sand, they're orange to me. But those are other dead ends. So I do want to steer clear of these because there might be some redstone involved in those, and I need to have some room in there. So I'm thinking about maybe here. We will head over to this way, maybe here. Head over to this way, maybe here. Head over to this way, maybe here, and then proceed out that way. I think something like that's good. I feel like that's enough twists and turns. Yeah, okay. We'll make just a good old straight run right here. And you have to remember how difficult this is to see. When we don't have the potion of night vision. In fact, I was considering maybe potion of night vision might be one of the things I want to drop here, but certainly not the 8-minute one. Maybe the 3-minute one, and certainly not at the beginning. Somewhere towards the middle. Yeah, you know, I don't want to go too far. I think I'll be fine. I think I'll stay inside of that. Yeah, let's stay inside of these. Probably... Again, I just need enough room to put redstone if I need it, so I think it may be right about there. That should do it. Yeah, something like this. Another good long straight run. Again, you know, I'm so tempted to put all kinds of twists and turns into this, but it has to be it has to be playable, Thunder. You can't make it too hard. The other thing is, for all the work that's going into this, the player may not opt into this one. Circumstances, you know, they may not push that button down there and end up down here. They may not be in that part of the maze. Now, I should really use the fill command for this, but I don't know. Manual is fine. I'm so glad we went with the wind charge launcher up there, because it's just the comedy of it is, and that's really what I'm going for. It has to be funny, people. All right. And I think now that the playlist is done, I think that's telling me that the stream is over. I don't know. I just want to lay down this path before I have to go and pick up Akachi from school. I'm thinking something like that. So I mean, you can see when the player falls down into this pit. I mean, they can see a little bit up through here, but you can see how difficult this is, especially if you viewers are watching this on your phones, right? Now, of course, this will be all enclosed in like this, and it will have a couple of patches of blackstone along here just to keep leading the player in. Like when you get over here, it's really important to have a piece of blackstone right there. It cues them to turn right. You know, they get to here, you know, they can see throughout the wall maybe a piece of blackstone there if they look carefully, right? They're looking, okay, this way, right? And they come down here. You know, and it's important to have another piece of blackstone there where they can see, right? Maybe one here right at the very corner. So if you're like this, you can see it's cut off and it leads you over. Here, that's good. Let's go into survival mode like this. Player comes into here, we'll cross there. That will open up the there. And that will close up behind them, and off into the maze they go. And they are at a completely different point of the maze. They get a little bit of a break from the baby zombies. They should be good. One of the other things that can happen too, as far as replenishing the baby zombie supply, is when this opens or when it closes, we can set up a command block. So maybe 5 baby zombies will spawn here. Or maybe some there. Or maybe some here. Right? So that could be a baby zombie replenishment thing. Right? So that could also happen. Right? So yeah, if they get out to here, they look this way, they look this way. Remember, the baby zombies will be able to see through these gaps. So if there are baby zombies down at that corner, they'll start running this way, right? If there are baby zombies at this intersection, they should be able to see across there and they'll start running this way, right? And then the third way would be over here. If there were baby zombies, like, especially if there were baby zombies right here, they should be able to look right through the gap there and see you spawn. In fact, this would probably be a good space to have them spawn because it gives you a chance, right? You could run past them here. Well, not much of one. There's a dead end right here. Okay. All right. Who knows? That could be another baby zombie spawning trap where they push the button and then the baby zombies come out. That could be. That could be. All right. We are finished with the stream. Let us see if we can find somebody to whom we can raid out. Let's do the camp scene. And let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. Our mightiest fellow buffoon. The one and only Mr. Skipjack81 is streaming, and we need to raid him. We could do this. All right, let's set up that raid, shall we? That man is double nerding at once. He is a legend in that regard. What do we got here? Get raid. Okay, there you can see the raid message in the chat. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us on this raid out to our friend Skipjack81, who is a fellow buffoon and overall cool dude. Let's set up the raid itself and get that counting down. Let's do that. I knew I missed that. There we go. Okay, and the raid for Skipjack81 is counting down. Family-friendly viewers, just be advised that Skip's stream is rated for mature audiences. There's a little bit of language there and some stuff, but he's a super cool guy. We have a lot of shared community, so chances are there are people there you're going to know. And with that, I'd just like to remind everybody we do this stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. That will be Buffooncraft SMP Season 6, and we've got some cool stuff happening there. So please tune in for that. And then the stream after that will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi Time. And I had to cancel Kachi Time last Sunday. So hopefully we'll be able to do Kachi Time this Sunday. I believe we should. There shouldn't be anything preventing us from streaming. So I hope you guys will join us, I hope viewers will join us for that. Okay, everybody enjoy the rest of your afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you happen to be. Join us next time. We are raiding out to Skipjack right now. Bye for now, everyone.